Good morning from the 12 Apostles. Well, I've just basically rolled out of bed, grabbed my gear, and I'm just heading on the path over to the lookouts now to see what we're presented with. I woke up a few times during the night and there was some fairly thick fog cover, which has almost blown away now, but I've got a strange feeling it's going to be quite thick on the horizon still, but yeah, I won't know until the sun starts peeking up and lighten things up, so let's go and have a look. Can't believe the number of people down there. That's crazy. Before I could even film anything for the vlog, it was still almost pitch black, so yeah, I couldn't do the filming. But there was already people everywhere down there. That is unreal. So sorry for not talking you through it. What we had was a bit of morning fog rolling off the top of the cliffs, which was, yeah, a nice sight. Not great colour in the sky, but very nice to get that fog. So. I'm stoked with the images I got from that one. What I'm going to do now is from up the top of the cliff we could see down onto the Gibson beach where the Gibson steps are, and there was only one person down there, so I'm just going to drive 5 minutes up the road and run down onto the beach and get some compositions down there. Oh, this is much better. Got the beach to myself. Oh, the crowds up there were insane. I still can't get over it. I didn't quite get here in time. What I was hoping to do was get here before the sun was touching the top of the rock structures. But it's only just touching the top, and it's a very nice orange glow from the sun at the moment because there are nearby fires burning. So it's coming through the smoke haze and creating a nice cast of orange, which is nice. How many times can I say nice in one sentence? So what I'm going to do is just get as close as I can. Try and use a bit of water motion in the foreground. Probably want to run, looking at the ocean, probably about a 1 to 2 second exposure. Should be quite nice. There's that word again. Now, I forgot to mention on all my photos I took from up on the lookout, they were all taken at varying exposures, just depending on what was needed. They were all at f11, and ISO. The ISO varied between 50 and 200 depending on what I needed at the time. So they were varying. Sorry I didn't talk you through them, but the crowds, it was crazy. So just going to keep trekking up here and set up for some shots. There you go, we're all set up at the Gibson steps. Now it's very low tide here, so there's a fair bit of seaweed in the foreground, which I'm not too concerned about because it's bringing in a nice bit of texture. Now the only issue I have is I got 2 quick test images while the sun was still very soft. It's just become very hard though. It's obviously poking out from behind the clouds and creating a band of hard light on top of the rocks. So I would really like for that to disappear. But until then, I'm just going to take a few more shots anyway. I'm just waiting for the right wave to come in to add a bit of foreground interest. Problem is, just hit the tripod legs and probably sink in the tripod. No, that's actually come up nice. been here about 15 minutes now, and that sun's not getting any softer at all. It's very harsh, and it's actually probably a third of the way down the rocks at the moment, so it's not really working for for the morning light I was after. As I said, the shots I've taken, 1 second exposure, f16, ISO 50, running a circular polarizer to remove that glare from the water and also keep that sky, it removes a little bit of the haze from the sky. And I'm also running a 3-stop soft edge grad ND, which was helping with the highlights in the sky as well, the highlight blowouts. But all of that's irrelevant now because I'm about to put it all away and move on. Now I think I might head back to, might start going to some of the waterfalls through the Otways. I've got 2 I didn't visit yesterday, which I'll get to today. And then I will probably have to venture to the lighthouse, which I missed out on sometime late this afternoon. Fingers crossed I can get a shot there. If I don't, I'm not too concerned. And then I'll just keep an eye on the clouds. If it's a very clear night, I'm probably going to head back up here to either to the 12 Apostles or up a little bit further to the Lockhart Gorge and try and get some more seascape shots around here because it's an absolutely stunning area. So anyway, I'm going to pack up and yeah, let's get out of here. Especially when I'm camping, but most times when I'm doing seascaping, so I always try and carry some fresh water on board, in a jerry can, in a bottle, whatever, just to wash the sand and salt water off the legs, so when you're packing the tripod away, you're not getting sand and salt water all into the internals. There you go, that's something else I do. Away from the first of the falls I was going to visit, which was Triplet Falls. The only issue with this morning is as I've driven away from the 12 Apostles heading this way, all that low cloud that was softening out the sun has completely blown away and left us with these beautiful clear blue skies. Not great for photography, especially waterfalls and such that are amongst sort of thick foliage, because you get a lot of hot spots, and it's just the lighting needs to be a lot more even than what you can get in these sort of conditions. But hey, I'm here anyway, so look, I'm just going to get out and enjoy a bit of a walk down and give the legs a workout for the day. Definitely another beautiful bushwalk through here. Well-formed tracks that just pass through lots of very green ferns and very tall trees. But just the hot spotting is the only issue from the sun. Now, I just caught a glimpse of the falls just a second ago. I've got a feeling there's a lookout platform here, and I've got a feeling it's just going to, it's not going to work in this sort of in these conditions. It's probably somewhere that needs to be an overcast day or a or late in the evening or early morning. Now, I got here a little bit late only because I took a couple dirt roads as opposed to the main Great Ocean Road, just for a bit of extra fun, a bit of adventure. Oh look, I'm just gonna just keep walking, enjoying it out here. There's one thing I noticed, it's just the smell in here. It's absolutely beautiful, very earthy because it's so humid down here. I absolutely love it. It takes you straight to the outdoors when you smell that. Alright, well, I'm all set up for the shot. I'm actually running the 70-200mm lens, just because because there's a lot of hot spotting on the surrounding trees and ferns, and I really want to just crop in tight on all the shadowed region of the waterfall. So I'm running the circular polarizer, which is a must in these sort of, well, not a must, but it brings out the best in these sort of situations. Now settings, I'm running ISO 50, f16 and a 3-second exposure. Now I've got the 2-second timer on at the moment, self timer, so I'm just going to run the exposure now and see how it goes. Going for one more composition, I promise. We're getting the sun actually hitting the top of the waterfall now, but what it's doing is I've got some sunbeams coming through just in the whitewash off one of the sections of the waterfall. So what I'm doing is I'm in at 200 millimeters now, just on the top section of the waterfall. Same exposure, same settings as before. Let me just run this off now. I think this is going to come up good. Those sunbeams, I can see them from here, they look awesome. Oh yes. Well, I guess that goes to show, don't dismiss locations because of the time of day or the conditions you've got. I was seriously not expecting to get a good image from that, and yeah, that one with the sunbeams, absolute cracker. I'm stoked with that one. So yeah, can't complain that I came down here now. So yeah, if you're ever unsure, just go and check out the site anyway. You never know what you might find.